warm welcome back to the Prosperity Podcast. Today we are here all the way in Mwea. And here we are just coming to share with you stories of farmers who are trailblazing, but also farmers who are working and have seen the transformation of using Yara fertilizers. If it's the Prosperity Podcast, it's really about helping you as a farmer, helping you as a to-be farmer, be able to learn, be able to see for yourself the amazing transformation that other farmers are experiencing across the country using Yara fertilizers. We have just talked to Alexine, who was sharing with us an amazing story of her being a COVID farmer. She told us about moving all the way from 1/4 of an acre to 15 acres of farming now. You can imagine in just under 3 years, the transformation you can be able to see for yourself if you use Yara fertilizers. And now I want to shift, and I'm joined by my friend and my colleague, Rodgers Kirwa, alias Mr. Agriculture if you so wish. If you're on social media, I'm sure you have interacted with his handle, Mr. Agriculture. Rodgers, Citizen TV called you the tweeting farmer. How have you been using social media over the years to be able to impact other young people to get into agriculture? How has that been?
Thank you so much, viewers out there. My name is Rodgers Kirwa, alias Mr. Agriculture.
Yeah.
I'm a farmer, and also, as Ronald has just called me, the tweeting farmer. Currently, also, I share my stories on Facebook and other social media handles. So basically what I do is I try to use my social media handles to share my story, because I know that out there are other young people who really want to get into the farming.
Right.
But really have that, they really don't have that person they really want to look up to.
Right.
That person who can really motivate them, show them the story, tell them what is happening, share with them the challenges and everything that is happening in the field of agriculture.
Right.
And that is why currently I have many followers in the farming industry.
Right.
Mainly the young people and any other person who's on social media.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Rodgers. I want us to go back to where that name came from. Maybe share with, maybe our viewers are wondering, how did the name Mr. Agriculture come about? Or when did it start?
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
The name Mr. Agriculture came by back in 2013 when I was in the university.
Yeah.
I studied agribusiness management at the university, that is Egerton University.
Right.
When I was there, I used to do farming. I used to do a bit of potato farming.
Right.
That is down there in Molo, just like 50 kilometers away from Egerton University.
Right.
So every other morning, on Fridays and the weekends, I used to go to the farm, get to farm, come back after being in the farm over the weekend.
Right.
And these other young people we used to be in school together referred to me as Mr. Agriculture, because they saw the love in agriculture.
Yes.
And that is why I tried and decided let me utilize the name, because it was a good name.
Yeah.
And then there were no people who were sharing stories on agriculture on social media.
Right.
Yes, and that's why I started a handle, Mr. Agriculture, and did a Twitter handle. We used to have agribusiness talk to Five, where we used to do a lot of communications and sharing stories about agriculture.
Right.
And that has been the story. And there has been transformation from the Mr. Agriculture on Twitter. We have now Mr. Agriculture on Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok, across all platforms.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's a really good classical example of really a young trailblazing, person who has really been able to utilize social media, has been able to utilize your knowledge as well. But most probably young people who are watching this Prosperity Podcast are wondering, as a young person in agriculture, how does that look like? But you've been there, you've been decorated with different awards as well, some of which I think if at all anybody was to look at, I mean, there are huge awards like the Crans Montana, for instance, award, just because of the work that you've been doing. You were called by the Minister of Agriculture in China just because of the work that you're doing. So maybe I want you just to talk to our viewers, a young person who is viewing this and probably, is probably in university and doing agriculture and is not sure if will it really pay off. What did you tell them?
Thank you, Ronald. I think for the young people out there, I would really want to tell you that agriculture is a profession like any other profession. Yeah. First, you must put in the hard work, the passion, and everything will really work out for you. Yeah. Because for me, I started from not owning a farm. Right. So now I think I have a farm whereby I can say this is my farm. Yeah. I don't pay rent. I really just want to farm there, grow my crops, and get something out of it. Yes. To every young person out there, you must put the hard work out there.
Right.
You must put the passion, because without the hard work and the passion, then there is nothing you'll be doing. Because for sure, agriculture, you must wake up very early in the morning. You must be in the farm very early in the morning.
That's right.
You must love what you're doing, because it is a journey, it is a transformation whereby a crop, or we get this tomato from just a seedling that you put in the soil.
Right.
It is a journey that you must be very passionate about.
That's
and also the science in it.
Right.
If you don't have the science in it, then there's nothing you're doing, because
that's right.
You know, this crop, a potato and a tomato really need different nutrients for them to really flourish well.
Right.
If you get to understand that this is what the nutrients that a potato needs, and this is what a tomato needs, then you put in the right nutrients and also the right chemicals when that time comes. Right. Then you'll be very successful.
Right.
Yes. But what I want to tell a farmer out there, the young people, you can start small. It's not. There's no miracle that you must have a farm. You don't have to have a 50-acre farm so that you become a successful farmer. Yeah. You can start from that small plot of yours, and everything will go on well.
Right. I think you've rightfully said, very important, that young people, we have to put in the work. There is no way that you can be successful if you don't put in the work. But I'm wondering, and I'm sure most probably our viewers, probably me, I know the story, but our viewers probably are wondering, I mean, you started small from just the university, just growing your crops in Molo, and now you've moved a bit to the farm that maybe now that you have back in Nandi. And probably our viewers are wondering, how did you get to even start working with organizations like Yara, like the UN organizations? Because if we have, for those who've been following your social media handles, they see a lot, you know, the growth, the flights. Every young person's dream as they're growing up is to catch those flights as well, is to work with organizations like Yara. How did you get to, you know, really get to work with organizations like Yara, all the big organizations that you've worked with?
I think what I would want to tell the young person out there is that it is the passion, and the consistency in what I do. Because if I started farming in 2013, I got into these big events whereby I get invited to attend international events. In 2016, it's been a journey. It's not that I just got into farming today, got invited into those big events.
That's right.
I got recognized by Yara, and even these are the guys who've given me awards. Right. Recently, I was awarded the OGW by the President of Kenya because of.
And that's huge.
Yeah, because of the work we've been doing out there. The championing of agriculture, because we really want to change the mindset of these young persons. Because out there, young people know that if you've graduated from the university, you must get a white collar job. It is not that way. You can't even get into the farm. Right. We always say there is money in the soil, and there is clean money in the soil.
That's right.
You can go and till, get something out of it, make a living out of it. So you must not only get out there and work in the white collar jobs, but be in the farm, show consistency, be passionate about what you're doing, put in the science that you're learning, and even because another person will ask me, I didn't do agriculture in the university. Yes. But what I would want to tell that person who didn't do agriculture in the university, there are several other platforms where you can really go out and get to learn more on agriculture. Right. Today we are here at the Agritech Expo. Yes. We've traveled a distance because we really wanted to learn. We want to know what is this that they are doing here that we can model out there as well in our farms. Because we really need this knowledge out there. We want everybody to get the knowledge. So you must, it's not only that those who are in the agriculture space must have gone to the university and studied agriculture. That's right. You can get to learn by reading, by attending field days, reading these newspapers, watching agriculture shows, and everything will go on well.
For our viewers who are joining the Prosperity Podcast, as you can hear, this is all about honest conversations about how you can transform your farm. But more importantly, we are bringing you stories of real life on-farm experiences so that you can learn how best to grow your farm. And we are here with Rodgers Kirwa, alias Mr. Agriculture, and we're going through the weeds of it. As a young person, can you get involved in agriculture? Can you have a career in agriculture? The hard questions are being answered today on the Prosperity Podcast. And Rodgers, maybe as we kind of just almost bring this to a close, You've now moved from your Molo small plot. You've now gone to Nandi, your huge farm that you farm on, and already you are working with organizations such as Yara, the UN. Your career in agriculture is progressing. And then comes the Yara Leadership Academy. How was that impactful to you? How did you get that? How was the experience going through the Yara Leadership Academy?
Thank you, Ronald. I think as I just said, is that
Yes.
Not every other knowledge is
Yeah.
gotten at the university or in class.
Yes.
Yara Leadership Academy came in handy
Yeah.
for me and many other farmers out there.
Right.
Because at Yara Leadership Academy, we learned a lot about record keeping,
Yeah.
matters, finances in agriculture. Because here we interacted with people who've studied agriculture.
Right.
We are people who've really not studied agriculture. We
Yes.
are people who've not studied even something on economics.
Right.
But Yara Leadership Academy came in for them.
Yeah.
Because with Yara Leadership Academy, it's a 12 weeks program.
Right.
An intense program whereby
Right.
young people get to interact, get to share their experiences out there,
Yeah.
get to learn from stories
Yeah.
that are out there. So
Right.
it was an amazing opportunity for me, and I
Yeah.
really want to thank Yara for this opportunity, the Yara Leadership Academy.
Yes.
It has been a change maker to me,
Yeah.
and even the other young farmers out there.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Rodgers. I rightfully agree with you that it's important, of course, that as we build a business around agriculture, we must be able to build businesses that have very strong business models. And I think that's what the Yara Leadership Academy was all about, just to be able to keep up with those business development services that we needed. But now I want us to kind of finish with, so all this journey has been really transformational. You've seen the transformation on your farm, getting to harvest. I remember one of the field days we did at your farm in Nandi. You harvested a lot of healthy tomatoes as well. So you've seen that transformation, you've gone through the Yara Leadership Academy, and now you get an opportunity to meet the Yara president himself, Svein Tore, and even go all the way to Norway. Probably, I want you just to reflect on the fun part of that trip. What are some of that one single, beautiful experience that you got from Norway?
I think for me, being in Norway as a Yara Shuja was such an amazing opportunity. And the most captivating part of the entire journey was being at the Yara factory whereby Yara makes Yara fertilizer.
Right.
It was an amazing because getting to see the technology that goes into fertilizer making,
Yeah.
it is a journey.
Right.
Before we get this fertilizer in our farms, it is
Right.
a journey. It is an amazing journey that every other young person would want to and even would really admire to learn from.
Right.
So I really want to thank the Yara leadership.
Yes.
From the president to our country manager,
Yeah.
Mr. William Ngeno,
Right.
for this opportunity for us, the Yara Shujas, the Yara digital champions,
Right.
who champion about the amazing product that Yara brings out to the farmers.
Right.
It was an amazing opportunity being in Norway. And
Yes.
thank you so much. And we're really looking forward to really sharing more of these stories with
Right.
the farmers out there.
Right. Thank you, Rodgers. As I kind of let you go, I want you now you've talked about the transformation through the journey. Were there any challenges across the journey? I saw the other day on Facebook, you almost lost your maize to hailstone.
Yeah.
Are there challenges in agriculture, or this journey is all about flights that we see you take, is all about the big, achievements that we see you? Are there challenges, and how do you overcome such kind of challenges?
Yes, agriculture, like any other field, has
Yeah.
lots of challenges.
Right.
For you as a farmer, if you take in the science in it,
Yeah.
and bring the passion in,
Right.
and get to learn that today there is a challenge, tomorrow there is no challenge,
Right.
then you can be a successful farmer.
Right.
For me, when I lost my maize,
Right.
I think it's about a year now.
Right.
It's about 6 months ago.
Right.
And we got hailstones in our farm whereby we lost about 30 acres of maize.
Yeah.
Everything down within
Yeah.
a fraction of an hour. It was only an hour.
Yeah.
And I even didn't have that energy to go back to the farm to get to see what was happening in the farm.
Yeah.
But with science,
Yeah.
we are now in the harvesting stage with
Right.
our maize because Yara gave us a product
Yes.
that we sprayed in our maize
Yeah.
that really changed the health of our maize. And
Right.
the maize is now flourishing well.
Wow.
We are now getting into harvesting. So
Right.
there's challenges in the in a farm, but
Right.
tell me that other field that there are no challenges.
No challenges, exactly.
Yeah.
Tell me no other field that there are no challenges. That's indeed a really good way to end this podcast session. But really, our viewers, for those who are joining us, today we are just sharing experiences of different farmers or here at the Agritech Expo. And we want you to learn that in agriculture, it's a journey. In agriculture, it has got its ups and downs, but most importantly, it is a rewarding job. Thank you for staying tuned on the Prosperity Podcast, and we are going to still come back to you with a list of other different guests to be able to show you the weeds, the truth, the reality, the long and short of it, of how you can be able to get your farm better using Yara products. Thank you very much, Rodgers. I don't know whether you have any last words to any of our viewers joining us.
Thank you, Ronald. I think for me, that's it for today, and looking forward to another engagement whereby we will engage with our farmer. Bye-bye.
Thank you, and remember to follow Yara Kenya on their social media pages as well as Mr. Agriculture to keep yourself tuned, because Mbolea ni Yara. Keep it on the Prosperity Podcast. See you. Good? Good. So you are talking about to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although this is a region with different crops from what I do.
Oh, yes.
But